Hey there folks, and welcome back to the channel. Now in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Project Zomboid development blog post, otherwise known as the Thursdoid, released on May 25th of 2023. Now if you're not familiar with these posts, they essentially show the player base a little bit of what the developers are working on behind the scenes as they move towards the next major build. And in these videos I'll do my best to summarize these blog posts into a more digestible format for those that prefer to listen rather than read. We'll talk about some of the upcoming stuff, show some footage we've been provided by the devs, and throw in some of my own thoughts and speculation for good measure here and there. As always, there's a link to the blog post in the description, and if you find the video useful or entertaining, be sure to drop the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more news, guides, and gameplay videos just like this one. Alright, so intro out of the way, let's get into the blog post this week. I will say this one is a bit shorter, as last time we got a pretty hefty blog post, so naturally I don't think there's as much the devs want to share in this one just yet. This week they start off by checking in with Blair, who has been doing some work with the farming interfaces, interactions, and sprites. The devs note that all of this stuff will be imminently merged into the internal branch for testers, so we're getting pretty far along in the development cycle for these features, I think, which is exciting stuff to say the least. There's a segment in here that Blair has written himself, but the key parts are that he's been working on revamping the interface and interactions, complete with new sprites to represent the different plant states that we can expect with the new system. There are now a whopping 600 additional sprites to represent 15 crops and 8 herbs, which covers things like the plants being unhealthy due to disease, lack of water, or general low health, the plant going through the process of dying, the plant being completely dead, and also dead but trampled or crushed. Blair then reminds readers that there will be growing seasons added in build 42, which can be disabled in the sandbox options if that's something you want to avoid entirely, with most of these plants then having optimal planting and harvesting seasons. Essentially, winter is going to hit a lot harder unless you have some resilient crops. Growing seasons will be learnable knowledge, with farmer characters having this knowledge from the get-go. A character with the gardener trait will know most of this, but not all of it, and reading seed packets or farming handbooks will allow other players to acquire this knowledge whilst they play. So there's some interesting stuff coming out of the farming department right now. I know there's a lot of people that are really looking forward to getting their hands on some more crops and living out their Stardew Valley fantasies in Project Zomboid, so hopefully we'll see some more on this soon. In the meantime though, we move on to what I think is probably the biggest reveal of this Thursdoid update, and that's a new animal that's been added to the mix. Last week we got a look at deer and their migration paths, and in this dev blog we have seen rabbits. We were given a snippet of footage which is playing in the background now, showing off some full-grown rabbits and their offspring known as kits or kittens. Now nothing much is said about them in this blog, but I'm going to go ahead and take a guess that these rabbits will be a pesky problem for farmers based on the footage that we're shown. Again, something else that hopefully we'll hear more on going forward, and perhaps get a look at their behavior a little bit too. Also, as a little extra we were given, there was a bug with carrots during testing this week with the devs. And lastly, here's some icons for animal feces coming to the game. Lovely stuff. Any experts out there that want to take a stab at what animals are behind these, perhaps? Let me know. Now, next up, the team move on to the recent work of the map team, now complemented by the addition of Dirk to that team. The devs reiterate that this map expansion will most likely drop with build 42 or be part of its beta updates. We get a decent bit of footage in this section showing off one of the more interesting locations from the expansion, which seems to be a large-scale racetrack. I can imagine this making for some pretty awesome and chaotic server events especially, so looking forward to this one for sure. Of course, I imagine it'll also be a great spot to loot if you're after some car parts for your newest post-apocalyptic steed. In the very last segment of this dev blog, the devs explain that Fenris has been working with an accessibility issue that the developers have been wanting to get fixed up for quite some time now, and I know I've had a few comments about this one in the past as well, so hopefully some good news for some of you out there. They are hoping to add the ability to remap mouse buttons, including extra buttons for those of you that have of a mouse with 10 bajillion buttons on the side, 2 different actions by making mouse buttons and keys work exactly the same within the bindings menu. To wrap things up, we're then given a couple of images that show off some more of the area-specific vehicles that are coming to the game in Build 42, including a SWAT van, state trooper vehicles, and prisoner transports. Now, formally, I don't think these kinds of vehicles have been included outside of mods, so it's nice to see some variations to vehicles coming in with this major update. So that's it for me in this one, folks. A shorter dev blog this time, like I explained earlier, but hopefully some cool stuff in here that you guys are interested in nonetheless. If there's anything in here that you're particularly excited for, or if there's anything on farming, animals, or anything else in this video that you'd like to see particular features added to, let me know in the comment section below. As always, I'd really like to hear from you guys on this. Some of the filler footage in this video might have looked a bit different to the usual, namely because all of the vegetation and the changes to the existing map. Starting June 1st, we're going to be running a 10 years later wipe on our Patreon server for the month with a completely overhauled vanilla map courtesy of the modder Dane, where you can find things like a flooded riverside town or survivor camps in key map locations like at the crossroads. If you fancy giving it a try, you can find a link to the Patreon in the comments section to come and join all of my fantastic patrons who already support the channel, help us with the development of mods, and join our servers for unique themes every single month. Patreon charges on the 1st of the month, so wait until then if you're looking to join just for the 10 years later wipe to avoid being charged twice. Thanks folks, and I will see you all in the next one.